I am going to do the Q&A. Oh, that was the right phone, wasn't it? I put some questions out onto TikTok and I'm going to read a few of them now. We haven't done a Q&A for quite a while, so I'm quite excited to do this. Anyway, if you, I'm going to kick off with the first question from Chloe Clean 4, and she says, let me hold my phone on here. If you were to buy a dog, which breed would it be? I know that answer. These dogs are very, very cute and I think would be great for our family, just the temperament of the dog in general. And it is a border collie. I think they're dead cute. I think they've got a nice temperament. I know like every dog can have a nice temperament, but I've seen a few. I've known people with this particular breed of dog and I think they're dead cute. So, have to be a border collie. Soon, this is from a Tyler Jade. Hello. And she says, I'm soon to have my little girl. My first baby. What kind of things will I need in my hospital bag? So, my go-to hospital bag is as follows. Now, I packed two separate bags, one smaller bag and one large bag. So the smaller bag is for labour and the large bag is for on the ward. Now, I say this because when you are in labour, it's easier to have, a bag where you can literally, your partner rather, can just grab things for you. You just have to go rifling through a massive bag. So the things I keep in the one bag, so in the labour bag, is things like an outfit for the baby, vest, baby grow, cardigan, hat, nappy. But I put like 2 first size nappies in there. Then I put in a birthing outfit for myself, pair of pants, socks, slippers as well if you want a bit more comfort. And one of the things I've had before is like a very thin kind of dressing gown, and then pads. Lots and lots of pads, because if your waters go, you're going to need something there. So I put in a couple of good mattresses, as I call them. That's in the one bag. Main bag, towels. And actually, thinking of the first bag, put some towels in the first bag as well for, hello Kicken, for yourself and the baby, if needs be. And then the bigger bag, towels, nappies, wipes, or cotton wool if you choose to use cotton wool, barrier cream, nappy sacks, so like all the baby's essentials, plenty of change of clothes for the baby. Like we usually go for like 3, maybe 4, right there, like baby grows and vests and hats and mitts and boots and cardigans. Those are the kind of things we usually go for. And then it's just like a general change of clothes for yourself. Like when I had Amelia, for instance, I was in like 2 nights, wasn't I? Like after I gave birth, but then I was induced.
Yeah, 2 nights.
3 nights previous to giving birth to her though, because I was induced. It took quite a while to get her out. With James, I was in an extra night as well, wasn't I? Because he was jaundiced.
I can't even remember. I got terrible.
Liara though, I left the same day. It depends on your labour. It depends whether they want to monitor you or not. So that always depends if you're going to need extra clothes. And to prevent like your partner having to run home and grab things, I would say bring some extra nightwear.
Plenty of snacks.
Snacks, yeah, that's really important actually. Snacks, drinks, Lucozade. I know you shouldn't drink loads of it in pregnancy, but it's very good for while you're in labour.
You need
Lucozade.
about 2 tubs of Pringles.
And Pringles and Doritos. And some sweets, because if you feel nauseous at all, or nauseous at all, having sweets like mints can be quite useful as well, and any kind of like flavoured drink. Also, people recommend like taking like some earphones to listen to some music to calm you down in labour as well. Depends what labour you have, but I would say prepare for everything. What's your favourite TV show? What's that name say? Cloudy? Could be. Well, something Friends. Cluxty Friends. Thank you for your question. Favourite TV show? Oh, I'll answer this for me and then you can answer your bit. My favourite is Stranger Things. Is it a TV show? Yeah. Is it just a TV series? It's not really on TV, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's not a TV show.
Stranger Things, then Peaky Blinders are my 2 top ones. What about you?
I do love Peaky Blinders, but
Rome? Maybe?
Nah, I'd have to say X-Files.
Yeah.
Definitely X-Files.
I think, yeah, I'd agree that.
I do love that.
X-Files is pretty cool. Let me open my phone again. What annoys you the most about each other? Thank you, Leanne94. Do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Dave now and then lets out some really foul farts. Oh, and sometimes you could be like, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't like it when I say this word. What do you think I'm going to say?
No idea.
What's that word I say that you can be sometimes when you're like faffing? You faff sometimes.
Pretty rich.
Well, I only say that like because sometimes like you step out the door and you like look around like, oh, a tree, and then you'll get into the car.
My name's Emma and I'm just going to look on my phone for about an hour before I get ready. There you go. Now, the thing that annoys me about Emma, she goes into the bread cupboard, or rather the cupboard in the kitchen where the bread is stored. There's a loaf of bread already on the go, already open. Oh, my name's Emma. I'm just going to go and open 1, 2, 3 more loaves. Just start however many loaves I want and leave that. Oh, and then I go in the fridge and open a new butter even though there's already a butter open. That might sound really petty, but she does it.
Are you
it's
finished
annoying.
now? Are you done now?
Yeah, I'm done.
And you feel better now?
Yeah.
Was that therapeutic, was it? Has it helped you?
Well, you've got problems with my gases apparently.
Yeah, your gases are pretty bad.
Problems with your butter?
Even the kids have problems with your gases.
Rubbish.
From Cess14161, how did you prepare to be parents? I don't think we did we really? I don't think there's anything that can
doesn't
prepare
hit you until it almost is there right in front of you.
Like when they just like throw the child onto you. I think like when we had Amelia, I don't think we really knew what we were actually getting ourselves into.
You can buy all the stuff in the world to prepare yourself.
But you'd know,
But it's not going to do anything to help you.
Honestly.
Unless you've grown up with younger siblings and babies and stuff in the house. But I never had. I had no experience.
But not even that for me though. Like, even though I looked after my nephew and niece when they were quite young, and pretty much brought them up. Until you have your own, you don't really quite fully understand what it's like in that sense. Because I think like, with Amelia, like when they put her on me, I think I was in just complete shock. I think I was in such shock. And my mum even says, like, if she could take a picture, or if she did take a picture of us and our faces at that point, like, it would have been like, I don't even know, but she loved it. And the next question. My question is being pregnant hard? And this is from Louise Jane 48. Is being pregnant hard? Sometimes it can be. Now, because I've had 5 different pregnancies and they've all been completely different, 5 completely different labours as well. The easiest pregnancy, I think Amelia's, wasn't it?
Amelia's and James's.
Amelia's and James's. James's was the easiest delivery, but when he came out of me, he tore me 3 times and I lost a lot of blood with James. With Amelia, I had one of these cut things and that was okay. But I think recovery and delivery and pregnancy with Amelia was fine. The others were a little bit complicated in areas. Overall, depending on how you are as a person, because some of my friends have had easy pregnancies and no complications and easy deliveries, and some of them have had issues in pregnancies, whereas like my one friend, I won't name names, but every time that she's been pregnant, she has this issue with her liver every single time. But she's managed it very, very well though. Like, she's been able to, you know, have healthy babies. So it all depends on you as a person, because we're all different, aren't we? And even though I've had 5, none of my pregnancies have been exactly the same. I'm just very stressful, isn't it?
Some are more stressful than others.
Yeah. Mia's is a walk in the park compared to Liara's. What's your dream pet? A cat. What I've already got. What about you? Same?
I'd love something more exotic. I'd love to have...
Please don't say snake.
No, not snake. I've always wanted to have like terrapins and maybe like an iguana or something, you know, something a bit different. Terrapins though, I find them really cute. I'd love to have a couple of little terrapins in in a little sort of enclosure with, you know, a bit of water and some room for them to move around.
When we move house, you can have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Now,
Terrapins.
This one, Gracie Lee 211 says, also, how did he propose? Do you want to explain this one?
We've answered this
Do you want to?
before.
Do you want to though?
We were in bed and I rolled over and asked her if she wanted to marry me. There you go.
Was I pregnant? I was pregnant with Mia at the time. It was Valentine's Day, wasn't it? And we were both shattered. I was tired. He was tired. We'd been out that evening to have a nice meal, wasn't it? And yeah, to be fair, like, I wouldn't change up for the world. That was your style and that was you. And if you'd done it any other way, I'd be like, what are you doing? Get up. You know, so I appreciate that. What is that cat doing? Kicking, what's wrong? And Charles 2021 says, how did you meet? Facebook Marketplace. No, met on Facebook. Basically, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. So he sent me a friend request on Facebook. I answered it. I said, who are you? And he never responded. So being the stubborn person I am, I like deleted him. And because I'm stubborn in the same way, I added him again and said, oi, who are you? And then we just went from there. Which says a lot about who we are as people. You're quite laid back and quiet, and I'm really aggressive.
Clearly shows that it was meant to be, though.
Yeah.
Like, we both believe in fate, and it's just one of the things.
We were both at college at the same time, and I remember seeing him in college when I was about 16. And I remember seeing him and being like, for some reason I was like drawn to him for some reason. Like I saw him from across the room and was like, oh, mate, I probably just like the look of him, you know, I mean. But I remember doing that and then realising so many years later, oh, that's you. So that's quite funny. We were meant to meet. We weren't meant to meet then. We were meant to meet on Facebook.
Happened for a reason.
So I'm glad it did. Maya says, what is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? The most embarrassing thing I've ever done is I've wet myself one time when I was drunk. I say drunk. I was being sick into the toilet. We'd had a bit of a skinful, bit of a, you know, a bit of a heavy night out, didn't we? I say night out. I had about 2 drinks and I was gone. This was like, I don't know, I think one of our babies like 6 months old or something like that. And this was like the first time I'd been out in quite a while. And while I was being sick into the toilet, because I've got no pelvic floor, I was weeing myself at the same time.
And I had to clean it up.
You did. But then again, hang on, I've got an embarrassing moment for you. When you threw up all over the friend of the family's wall, and I had to go and clean it up while you went to work. He was like this far away from the toilet. The wall, the toilet, and he missed completely. Do you remember that?
Yeah, even though I was like off my face.
How long have you been dating David? We've been together.
Hang on to that again.
Okay, we've been together for 10 years this October. Married for 6. Or is it 7 this year?
7.
7 this year. So married 7 years. Oh my god, 7 years. That can't be right. I was pregnant with...
Yeah.
No way.
Because it's 2014. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh,
That's
7
crazy.
years.
That's quite
7
crazy.
years.
Kicking! That cat looks like she wants to claw my face off. If you could only take one thing on a desert island, what would it be? Your PC?
No, because there's no power.
But if you could have power supply?
That's 2 things.
Just a power supply, nothing to put it into. Hoping that you'd invent some form of power for
Football,
PC.
so I can call it Wilson. I don't know.
Oh.
It probably just has to be like a massive tank full of... In fact, no. A water purification machine, so I can like purify all the water that I ever needed. That'd be quite a good idea, wouldn't it? Then I can eat the coconuts and drink water.
Yeah. I'd take a can of Red Bull. And that's
That'll
it.
last you about a day.
Yeah, and then use that energy to run around the island until I knock myself out. If you were to do whatever you want for 48 hours, what would it be? P.S. You're beautiful and your whole family are too. Oh, thank you. In terms of what we would do for 40, what would you do over 48 hours? You can take this one and I'll go
Sleep. Have a giant lion. Sleep forever. and then maybe watch some TV from bed, or not TV actually, because TV is rubbish, but watch films and series that I enjoy from my bed whilst I'm lying in, and Emma can go and do some things whilst I'm sleeping.
I personally, I would, if there was like, you know, endless money involved, I'd go and buy myself a Ford Mustang in metallic blue.
I thought you said you wanted like a silver one or something. Or
nah, metallic blue sounds even better. I'd also buy myself a Ford truck as well in metallic blue and have matching.
What, the Ford Ranger?
I'd buy the Ford Ranger as well. And then I would go to, I don't know, Merry Hill.
Blasting your tunes out. Go to the Disney store.
That's what I was going to say next. I'd go to the Disney store and buy their collection of cups.
Yeah.
Come home and Dave would be like, where are we supposed to put all of this? I'm like, I don't care, I'm having a fancy coffee tomorrow morning, dear.
Well, if money wasn't an issue, just buy loads of houses and store them on.
Yeah, and store them, buy a house to store mugs in. Is that what I'm going to have to do? Hi.
Yes.
Hi. And then we've got, oh, that's Cat Vision, Cat TV. Hi. Yeah. Thank you for the questions. We really enjoyed answering those. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We make daily vlogs. And stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next one.